Here are some tips and tricks that will help you in your Summertime Saga playthrough. The Summertime Saga is still being developed and worked on, which means that some quest lines are unfinished or simply unavailable. If you're stuck, it's a good idea to check in and make sure what you're doing is even finished in the version of the game you're currently running. Progression on certain stories will often be locked behind the passing of time. If you can't seem to get the story you're working on moving, then try something else for a while and make sure to sleep. Sometimes things may require the passing of a full day or even the weekend to pass. Don't assume the game is broken before letting sufficient time pass to find out. More often than not, the answer to your question may be hidden in the dialogue. If you're stuck on what to do, go back and talk to the character again, and they may give you a hint of where you should be looking or what you have to do. Summertime Saga is segregated into days which contain 3 time slots: morning, daytime, and evening. All of these time periods will allow you to do different things, and the most goals need to be completed within a time limit, so sleeping unnecessarily can skip your whole day and waste a bunch of time. Even in the evening, when it can be hard to find something to do, you can participate in rap battles or play on your computer to help raise your stats. Not only is one of your main overarching goals to save money for college, but you also need to make money to complete tons of quest lines within the game. Often you'll need to have a spare few $100s to buy a gift for a friend or an item you might need in order to move the story further. As a bonus, playing the minigame to make money can help you further quest lines with the characters you work for. Your stats are essential for progressing questlines, as well as doing well at school, and leveling them up as soon as possible will mean you don't have to backtrack as much throughout the game. If a quest has read a check in the text like STR, this means you need to improve that stat more before you can continue. To find out how to increase all of your stats, have a look at walkthrough video on stats. Additionally, some bugs are present when attempting to complete multiple girls' routes at once. It's advised to approach only one route at a time if possible. The stories are presented here in the recommended order. The prologue is a quick and compulsory introduction to the gameplay on the first day. It features the backstory of the main character and the protagonists of the game. The primary narrative arc continues over the following weeks and comes in 2 parts. Most of the characters' routes open the day after the prologue, but a few require preliminary completions. Main story, Part 1. Threatening shadows hover over home and claim for an outstanding debt. As the blows are falling, new allies join forces. But trust must be deserved and demands some in-kind contribution, much to Maria and Josephine's convenience. If Jenny has always regarded the main character as a loser, she's suddenly interested in his aptitude in front of the camera. A great motivation to further the relationship between the housemates. The question is, how far will she go to entice subscribers? Having a housekeeper always lightly dressed is bound to give the main character some naughty ideas. But Debbie doesn't mind. Actually, with a touch of stimulation, she could well take the matter into her own hands. Japan doesn't do things halfway. So when she sets her mind on developing milk business, it's on her faithful gardener that she's looking at. Because there are not only vegetables that are not long and hard. Tammy and June's route. Life is made of choices. Should the main character focus on the gorgeous neighbor? Share Tammy with his best friend Derek? Or should he invite his schoolmate June instead? You will discover it by exploring all the branches inside this route. Miss Bissette's route. The main character doesn't hesitate long before signing up for the French tutoring classes. After all, Miss Bissette is someone who puts her body and soul into the education of students. Well, mostly her body. Mia and Helen's route. It's not all roses in Mia's well-ordered life. Mother doesn't let her breathe and father has given up hope. To make things worse, now a nun is sticking her nose into the family's issue. The main character must decide which side he is, Mia's or Sister Angelica's. Eve's route. Eve is the very definition of shyness. Yet underneath this hood is a jewel that is worth all the effort. The main character will have to assuage her sister Grace, and count on the complicity of her eccentric friend Adette. Roxy's route. The main character volunteers to help, she notwithstanding the usual disdain she displays for him. Step by step, they will get to know each other beyond appearances. Another challenge is to convince the rest of the clique. Miss Dewitt's route. Miss Dewitt's annual talent show is starting off on the wrong foot. It must be said that the principal is doing everything in her power to have it cancelled. So the classmates are called to get the music teacher out of trouble. Miss Akita's route. Miss Akita has inventions. Plenty of inventions. And the main character is the perfect guinea pig. As the experiments don't go as planned, various side effects are aroused in both the student and the professor. Miss Ross route. For Miss Ross, artistic vision must not be restricted, especially by clothing. Her hedonism is not to the liking of Mrs. Smith. The main character is the last chance to change the principal's mind. Inspiration has yet to be found. Consula's route. The maid may be used to the excesses of the Rump family. But the mayor's provocation is the last straw for Consula. The main character's involvement only aggravates the situation. How could he make it up? Daisy's route. 50% woman, 50% cow, but 100% sweetheart. Daisy pops up without warning in the main character's life. He will undoubtedly be proficient in taking care of her. Aqua's route. Not all monsters are frightening, and some like Aqua are even very sexy. In order to catch her, the main character will have to engage in a scavenger hunt for Captain Terry. Procreation is a matter of merit. For more walkthrough on each character's route, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click on the notification button. Thank you.